Very good morning to you, everyone, and welcome into Let's Talk Antiques here on Thunder Radio. Thanks for tuning in today, and it looking like it could rain today. There is a 30% chance of showers, otherwise mostly cloudy with a high of 69, 20% chance of rain for tonight, low down to 48. For Thursday, a 30% chance of rain, otherwise partly sunny, high of 67, and it will be a windy day as well with wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour. Windy on Thursday night as well with a low of 43, and sunshine on Friday with a high of 66, also very windy. Saturday and Sunday look very good. Sunshine and temps in the 70s. Currently, it's cloudy and 50 degrees at the Thunder Studios, and it is time now for Let's Talk Antiques. And speaking of an antique, it's David Pennington.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Since I had a birthday, I guess I do qualify. I don't know, Judy. Do you think 65 years old, is that qualify to be an antique?
Sure it does.
Okay.
But
I'm an antique then.
That's okay. I'm getting closer.
Only if you're one of a kind.
I am, aren't I?
Boy, is that ever the truth. That is the truth. Dave, who you got with us?
Oh, we got Judy Skelton with us today, and she's going to talk about, we've talked about finding all this stuff and it being in good shape. Well, she's going to talk about repurposing stuff, refinishing stuff, and just some of her collections that she's got. You ever heard of Occupy Japan, Lucky?
Yep.
You ever occupied Japan?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't.
Well, anyway.
Ray's with us. Hey,
Yeah.
Ray.
Hey,
How are you, Ray?
well, that's another story.
Well, okay. All right, I got you.
Now, Ray, you be sure to chime in.
Well, I'd rather keep my mouth shut and not show my ignorance.
I believe you're a smart man, Ray.
I believe I can handle that for you.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right.
All right, I'd like to talk to you about the hunt. Going and looking for something that you really want. Several years ago, let's go back, say, 50 years, lived on Larrymore.
My neighbor.
I was your neighbor.
That makes three of us.
Yeah,
and had
you
three
was
little kids, and I went looking for a corner cupboard. There was going to be sold right here in town. Didn't have to go far. So I went to the sale. I bid, she bid. She won.
Uh-oh.
She took my corner cupboard.
Uh-oh.
From that moment on, I was on the hunt for a corner cupboard.
And then finally you got one.
Well, I told everybody, when you're looking for something, the thing to do is tell people, I'm looking for this, I'm looking for that. So this old man that lived across the road from us when we were building our house, I told him what I wanted. I really did not believe the man understood what a corner cupboard was.
Well, won't you explain to people what a corner cupboard is? There's probably some people listening who don't know what that is.
Well, early American homes were built not square, but were built in a rustic manner. I'll put it that way.
Out of square.
Out of square.
Out of square.
Let's call it that.
Okay. All right.
Corner cupboard was built to fit in any corner. It didn't have to have a pretty back because it was going to be shoved into that corner. It didn't have to be square, didn't have to be level, didn't have any of that. But it had beveled doors on the outside. Walnut cherry was the wood. They were homespun looking. The beveled doors were always on the inside. And they would be fitted into a corner. Well, I was willing to build my house with a corner for a corner cupboard. So I'm looking for one. I begged. 2 or 3 weeks later, he came and he said, you got time for a road trip? No. We're going to Pelham.
Going to Pelham.
I looked in this little house, and my heart sank to the floor. I said,
why is that?
Oh, here it is, a corner cupboard. Oh, I hope I got enough money to pay for this thing. Because they're not exactly inexpensive items. No matter the condition, they're not cheap. I looked at it, and the little lady says, I gave this away. I gave it to a relative, and he would not come and get it.
Well, I'll be.
So I said, I want it. I didn't beat around the bush. I wanted it. She said, well, honey, what will you give me for it? And I said, oh, wait a minute. I don't do that. It's yours. You price it.
That's how I do, too.
If I can afford it, I will write you a check right now, and my husband will come get it this afternoon.
Okay. All right.
2 things here. If I could afford it,
Yeah.
I would pay for it.
Yeah.
And I'd see to it that somebody came and got it before she changed her mind.
Right. Right.
Now, that's the way I shop.
Yeah.
She gave me a price. I called my husband at work and told him he ought to leave work and come and get it.
Yeah. That sounds like something I'd do.
Would you do that?
I'd want it right now.
I wanted it right then. I wanted it in my possession. She
Yeah.
took my money. We took it to the house that we were building. We took it totally apart, laid it in the basement, cleaned every board. It was put together with square nails. Those square nails are back in it today. The beveled panels are done correctly. They are re-put in there, and it has a satin finish like it would have had originally. It had also been used as a candle holder. Underneath the shelves, you can see where the candle burnt the shelf.
Really?
And it's that old, and it was used.
Well, how about that?
It is my treasure.
Well, and talk about those nails, Judy. You know, blacksmiths made those nails. I mean, they
Yes.
didn't have production, early production where they just cranked out thousands of those things. I've even heard of they actually burn old barns and stuff or old sheds so they could get the nails back. They would
Yes.
they'd pick the nails back up. They're valuable.
That's true.
If you didn't have nails and didn't have a way to get to a store, a hardware store, to buy more nails, you had to recycle. And that
We recycled before we knew it.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, a lot of furniture though, isn't it put together? I think they are. Is some of it put together with pegs?
Yes, some of it is pegged. I have a few
pegged.
pieces that are pegged, but the cupboard was square nailed, and every piece was handmade. It wasn't a manufactured job, and it was done custom for that particular corner in that old house. Well, the house that it was in Pelham, it wasn't designed for that house. So there's always history behind every piece that you find, especially these primitive pieces. There's bound to be some history there, but it's silent.
That's special.
All right, let's
That's
take
special.
a break, and
All right.
we'll be back.
All right, we'll do that in just a moment. Let me tell you that you're listening to the program here on Thunder Radio, but you can also watch the program on Charter Cable 193. PED Productions puts that on at 6 p.m. on Wednesday, 9 p.m. on Friday, and 3 p.m. on Sunday afternoon.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
We would like to thank Dr. David Florence for supporting Let's Talk Antiques. See Dr. Florence at 804 Kalon Street in Manchester for all of your medical needs. Call 728-5522 for your appointment today. Most insurances accepted.
Shelton Lane Antiques in Manchester has over 5,000 square feet of antiques for treasure hunters to explore. They sell vintage clocks, gas pumps, signs, furniture, and glassware. They have over 3,000 vinyl records and a fully stocked 1950s-style general store. Owners Harold and Ruby Shelton have been collecting unique items for years, and you can start or complete your own collection today at Shelton Lane Antiques. Open Wednesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 100 Shelton Lane, just off 16th Model Road in Manchester, Tennessee. Come look around and plan to stay a while at Shelton Lane Antiques, where we sell antiques, but the history is free.
We are Goody Two Scoops,
I love Goody Two Scoops.
a family-friendly, yummy dessert specialty shop in Tullahoma, Tennessee. We excel in self-serve frozen treats and our own incredibly tasty chef-baked creations. For frozen treat lovers, we offer frozen yogurt, ice cream custard, as well as gelato and Italian ice. 85 flavors that rotate each day. 55 toppings, including fresh sliced fruit. For our baked good lovers, Goody 2 Scoops offers a variety of fresh pastries at a hometown price. Our 2 certified culinary chefs design and create incredible cakes. We showcase our cakes, froyo cakes, cupcakes, cookies, pies, and chocolate-covered strawberries, offered fresh daily.
Love playing.
Goody 2 Scoops.
Back on the program here on Let's Talk Antiques, and we're going to talk a little bit about the corner cupboards. And wow, wow, I didn't expect this. I was thinking $1,000. You know, that's probably thought that, but I thought wrong. Here is one $5,500, and it's sold. $2,600, $2,200. Let's see what else we got there. Uh-oh, I found a bargain. $1,900. Found a bargain. $1,750, $1,500. Just keeps on going and going.
Well, it depends on condition.
Yeah, it does. It does. But some on here are very, very expensive. So according to what you want. If you want it, it's there.
Well, now we're going to jump from cabinets to marbles. Mm-hmm. Let's go.
Okay. You told me you left home with a pocket full of marbles.
Uh-huh.
And you might come home with no marbles.
But he lost his marbles.
That's right.
That's true.
Well,
now look.
in my day...
Did I say that out loud, didn't I?
Wide open for
I
that
did.
look
I
at.
left that one wide open for him.
See how he does me.
I know.
Lost your marbles.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Well, you lost your marbles. You may lose them, but I know where my buttons are. You can put that in your pocket,
Okay,
too.
I got it.
Girls were not allowed to play marbles on our playground. Boys were. And you talking about something that'll bring you up. If I'm not allowed to do something immediately, I learn to do that. Mm-hmm. So we invented a game called gray horsing.
Gray horsing.
Okay, here's this big circle. These boys are all down there on their hands and knees. They can't get up very quick. All these marbles are sitting in the middle. Girls ran through there and just grabbed them. Took off down through there. You think those boys going to take them away from us? That's called gray horsing. And I have buckets of marbles from gray horsing back in the day. Now, let me finish this story about marbles.
Wow.
Go ahead. We're listening.
This was fun. And nobody could outrun us because they were down on their hands and knees.
Yeah.
That's how you lost your marbles.
Yeah, that's it.
David lost his in another way.
Shh. We're not going to talk about that.
Okay, all right.
He ought to be ashamed,
I know it.
I mean,
Let me tell you about marbles and agates and things like that. One of the favorite marbles was an agate. And then you had a cat's eye or a toy. Toy was a big marble.
Okay.
And so we wanted those. The girls wanted those. But this company is not stupid that made the agates. They also made toys for little girls.
Okay.
And they also made things for adults.
Pretty smart.
Pretty smart. Okay, in front of me is a set of dishes, a complete set of Arco agate dishes. Now, if you're collecting and looking for, the first thing that anybody will do is take a dish and turn it over.
Okay.
There is a mark on the back of this dish. It's a flying crow, and there is a crown over the crow.
Okay. All right.
Anything made by this company except those smooth round marbles was made and marked with, and they're green and white and blue and pink, and they're beautiful. And they're inviting. They catch your eye. A woman that wants to collect something that's small will go into the little children's dishes things.
Okay.
But then there is something for a lady. They also made vases. The most beautiful glass. Now, you think about those marbles and the colors that were in those marbles. It was a diversified glass. The cat's eye kind of floated in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, their vases and their trivia, trinket type things, all are designed with colored glass flowing through it. But the telltale sign is right on the bottom. It's got that crown and a flying crow. And that means agates. Recently at Fall Creek Falls, there was a tournament, and they have this tournament there every year. It was on Tennessee Crossroads or something. It was in the last week or so. They have a marble tournament, and they let girls play, by the way.
Well, how about that?
And they showed this on TV, and I thought, surely to goodness, somebody out there saw that besides me and would be interested in marbles. They now have marbles for sale, but they're not Arco agates.
Really?
Right. They're just glass, and they make them. They make them out of stone.
Yeah. Okay.
And they sell them by the pound, if that tells you.
By the pound?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Not the true marble.
it's a marble, but it's
a
not.
marble. But it's not like our marbles.
Yeah.
It's not like the vintage marbles.
that we played with, right? It's
right.
not like what we played with.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they're in.
But like you say, they're making them by the tons now.
Oh.
But they're hard to find. Now you can buy them in these little import stores in a little old bag.
Right.
But they're not
the same.
You hit a good marble and it'll break.
That's true. That's true.
The old Arco agates do not break. And neither do these others. But these guys are professional, and they come to our state from everywhere.
How about that?
Isn't that interesting?
That is.
Get down in the dirt on their hands and knees and play marbles.
Well, I'll be.
Are you
and that Fall
familiar?
Creek Falls.
Are you familiar with the marbles that actually glow? You know, they made it from the glass. What is that glass called? That when you put a black light on it?
The Vaseline?
You know, they had that material. But what people don't, I think they don't realize is that they use scrap glass to make those marbles. And that Vaseline glass, some of those marbles was made with it. I've got several that when you put the black light on them, it just glows.
Glow. There's a little uranium involved
Yeah,
in
that's
that.
it. Yeah, right.
Go to Oak Ridge,
Yeah.
and they found out that some of their glassware glowed.
Wow, how about that? From Oak Ridge.
Yeah.
You see them in the antique stores, don't
Yes.
you? With and it's called Vaseline. Is that what you?
Yes, Vaseline will glow.
Is that the only thing that will?
No. You use a black light to check high C glass also. Now I don't know. I'm an amateur here, but I know you have to have a certain kind of light to check some of high C. Not all of high C was marked. Not all of anything is marked. You know, some things slide, some things get through.
And Hi-C was a company that made dishes. They made several different, all kinds of different glassware, didn't they? Pitchers.
Everything that you can
cups.
imagine,
Yeah.
and from country ware to high class cut glass was made by Hi-C. We have a lady in Tullahoma that has a museum quality.
Really?
I'll tell you what.
Collection of Hi-C.
That's
Her-
nice.
Let's take
Martha
another
Carton.
break, and then we'll be back, and we'll finish up about some glass.
All right.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
We would like to thank Dr. David Florence for supporting Let's Talk Antiques. See Dr. Florence at 804 Kalon Street in Manchester for all of your medical needs. Call 728-5522 for your appointment today. Most insurances accepted.
Skelton Lane Antiques in Manchester has over 5,000 square feet of antiques for treasure hunters to explore. They sell vintage clocks, gas pumps, signs, furniture, and glassware. They have over 3,000 vinyl records and a fully stocked 1950-style general store. Owners Harold and Ruby Skelton have been collecting unique items for years, and you can start or complete your own collection today at Skelton Lane Antiques. Open Wednesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 100 Skelton Lane, just off 16th Model Road in Manchester, Tennessee. Come look around and plan to stay a while at Skelton Lane Antiques, where we sell antiques, but the history is free.
We are Goody Two Scoops.
I love Judy Two Scoops.
A family-friendly, yummy dessert specialty shop in Tullahoma, Tennessee. We excel in self-serve frozen treats and our own incredibly tasty chef-baked creations. For frozen treat lovers, we offer frozen yogurt, ice cream custard, as well as gelato and Italian ice. 85 flavors that rotate each day. 55 toppings including fresh sliced fruit. For our baked good lovers, Goody 2 Scoops offers a variety of fresh pastries at a hometown price. Our 2 certified culinary chefs design and create incredible cakes. We showcase our cakes, froyo cakes, cupcakes, cookies, pies, and chocolate-covered strawberries, offered fresh daily.
Love fighting.
Goody 2 Scoops.
Wait,
8:39 your time as we return now to Let's Talk Antiques. Dave?
Hey, by the way, Lucky, next Wednesday we'll be coming on at 10 o'clock instead of 8 o'clock.
That's too late for me. I go back to bed.
Really?
Yeah.
We'll sleep through it, won't we?
Yeah, I'll sleep through it now.
Can't you can just put it on record and record it, can't you?
Is that, I need to do that.
All right. You know, we was
I
talking.
always watch it, though.
Yeah. Yeah, you can. Well, you know, we was talking about Heisey, and of course, I asked her, and she knows the answer. She finds the answers out pretty quick. Heisey Company. Won't you tell them just a little bit about the gentleman and when he started the company? And
Okay. Only reason I can tell you about this is I've got sense enough to look it up in a book.
There you go. Yeah.
And I can do that quicker than you
You didn't
can.
find it on the computer?
No.
she found it quicker than he could Google it.
That's right. The book says that Heisey glass was made in 1895 to 1958 in Newark, Ohio by A.H. Heisey and Company. Now, the story goes that Mr. Heisey would come to Manchester and go hunting on the reservation.
Really?
Yes. He would stay at the hotel that used to be up where the Arts Center is now.
Is that the Forest Hotel that he
Yes.
stayed at?
Forest? Yeah.
The old Forest Hotel.
Okay.
And he stayed there, and he would also go hunting with Mr. Ada Wright's father, Brantley. He would take him out to the reservation. They'd go deer hunting. Now, there were some people from Hillsboro that also went hunting with this group of men, and he would bring treasures, pretty Heisey glass, and he would give it to these people that he stayed with. And Ada Wright's family have some beautiful pink pieces of Heisey that was really not produced. It's museum quality. So that's available, and it's in town, and there's a lot of Heisey around.
Yeah, and I think that's why a lot of people collect it, because he actually came here. didn't he?
Yes, and there's a lady in Hillsboro that's named after Heisey. Or a man.
Heisey Kill.
Kill.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Mr. Kill. Yeah, Heisey Kill.
Mr. Kill.
Heisey Kill.
He passed away.
Yeah, Heisey Kill.
Yeah.
He was named
man.
after him.
Spell it one
Great
more
guy.
time for me.
Spell that name.
Heisey is Heisey.
You know, I wonder how many years he came. He came for several years,
Yes, he did. He came several years.
and he brought several pieces with him when he come. So Manchester area is familiar with Heisey.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Heisey played the fiddle.
H-E what? Say it one more time.
Heisey.
Aye, that's where I messed up.
There
There we go.
The
Lots of stuff.
Cardins in Tullahoma have an extensive collection.
Didn't you say museum quality?
It is museum quality. They built a room. It is a museum. It's worthy.
Judy, here's a toothpick holder. They'll sell it to you.
How much?
$4,175. It's sold for.
I'm so sorry I didn't get that.
You should have. Wow. Here is a 19. Well, I can't make it out. Ruby red Heisey glass Clydesdale horse.
Oh,
Red in color now. It's just beautiful. $1,576.
that's not a bad price. How tall is it?
It's a miniature. It's maybe 3-4 inches tall.
3 inches?
Wow. Here is a.
You know, it's pretty expensive by the inch.
Yes, it is. That's the way you look at it.
Yeah.
It's like those marbles by the pound.
Yeah. Go
This
ahead.
is
Dan.
a vase dish. It's kind of a greenish type color.
Yeah.
$1,125 it sold for. Here is a crystal glass bowl. Hi-C crystal glass, $1,051. So there is a lot on here, by the way. A lot.
Well, the fact
beautiful.
that you can't buy it in the store anymore.
Here's a tobacco jar. How about that?
It's got a lid on it.
Yes, it does. And it is absolutely perfect. $755.
That's not too bad.
It's not too bad. It's not too bad.
Write him a check. Look.
I'll write a check.
You know, Judy, while he's looking at that, I do have a few pieces of Hi-C. I'm sure you got several pieces, but I don't have probably over 25 pieces. And I just collected it because that he
Yes.
actually came here. and
Then
stuff.
it's Hi-C.
Yeah.
I have a few pieces.
I got some candle holders and
Hi-C glass swan.
a what?
a swan.
Swan.
Ooh.
$419. They say that was a deal. So that's pretty good.
Make sure it's not chipped. Make sure it's really Hi-C because Hi-C is marked.
Yeah.
Very simple.
It's got a
It's
what is that?
It's a diamond with an H in the middle. Again, take your thumb. Take a magnifying glass if you don't.
You know, while he's looking there, and you're talking about chips, I always, you know, they say, well, when they're auctioning, they say, well, it's got a few chicker bites on it. How big a bite can a chicker take? Because I have seen some pretty good-sized chips that they call chicker bites.
They're just trying to tell you that it is damaged.
Yeah.
They don't want to use the word damaged.
Yeah, so they say chicker bite, right?
Sometimes they'll say measles.
Measles.
It has a measle.
Well, now measles they get kind of big. But a little chicker, you know, he can't take that big of a bite. So I assumed that a chicker
You're
bite.
being misled.
Is that it? I'm assuming that a chicker bite just you can barely see the little chip.
Kind of like a blind date.
Yeah, is it? Okay.
You don't know what you're going to get.
Now be careful there. I married a blind date.
Uh-oh.
And you know what you got, right?
I do.
Okay.
50-something years of it.
All right.
A dolphin crystal candlestick holder. 2 of them.
Oh, that's what I got. How much are they?
I want you to guess.
I say they're in the $300 range.
Yep, you got it. $362. Very good, Dave.
Very good. You get your gold star.
Well, you know why? Just hanging out with you, instantly I just picked up on the value of that.
You're
No,
so
you
smart, Dave. You got one marble bag. Boy, there's some, just beautiful stuff here.
Oh, God, it is. It really is
it's just
beautiful. isn't it?
beautiful.
Yes, it is.
I mean,
It has
he
class.
did make some nice stuff.
Yes. Some of it's cut. Some of it's designed beautifully. I have a basket.
This one is a clear crystal decanter. You can see through it, but it's got red kind of in it. 1,250, and that is, boy, that's nice.
1,250.
Everybody knows my favorite color is red, so that
Yeah, mine
My
too.
favorite color's red also.
Yeah, I like it. I always called it resale red, but I don't sell anything. You know, most of my cars that I've owned always been red.
8.5 inch round
We know
salad
why
plate.
it's your favorite color.
Salad plate. Judy,
A salad plate.
just this one is called Old Williamsburg. Okay, any guess on that?
Probably $100 for a plate.
It sold for $306.
Whoops, I'm off.
Holy cow!
Well,
that just tells you.
Okay, here it is. My bid was $100, and I didn't get the plate.
You didn't get it, did you?
That's a sad case of affairs.
Well, that's just a good example. That's all you was going to pay for it.
That's right. When I go to a sale, I have a bottom line, and I have a top line.
Well, apparently some of this is a lot of top line.
Yeah, that's a top line product.
I mean, it's
Is there
beautiful
any
stuff.
story behind Hi-C Keel being named for this?
Yeah, he really was named after him.
I knew Hi-C, and he was a heck of a nice
Yeah.
fellow. That's the reason I
Yeah,
asked.
he actually
Yes.
was named after him.
Wow,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he
I'll
really
have to
was.
talk to his wife next time.
Yeah, just ask her
She'll
about it. She'll tell you the story.
Wow.
Quickly.
Well, I'll
tell
bet.
you the
I think
story.
he actually he'd stay out and hunt with them some too. Didn't he?
Yeah,
that right?
yeah, he hunted with them.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he
Huh.
was a
Good story
great
there.
guy.
There's all kinds of stories around here.
Yeah.
Sure they are.
Yeah, some of them are.
But I mean, that is a unique thing, though. That Hi-C being actually the guy, the ownership of it, and coming here and
There are a lot of unique stories here. May I continue?
yeah, we got a couple minutes. Go ahead.
Another thing that happened here is during World War II, There were things that happened in Manchester and Coffee County that are significant and might make you collect occupied Japan. I'd like to talk about
Please
that.
do.
Okay, I know you're about to Google it up. 1945 to 1952, the military occupied Japan. Now, before this happened, of course, we went to war with Japan because they bombed our Pearl Harbor. We were not paying attention, and here they come, and they bombed Pearl Harbor. My mother worked at a Crest store. Now, this is a dime store. Remember the dime stores?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the Japanese bombed our harbor. The owner of this store came down and told those ladies that worked there as clerks that everything that had the name Japan on it had to be destroyed. You take that glassware out back and break it. You take all this other stuff and throw it in the dumpster. We're not going to have it in our store. Our people were patriotic, and that was the way life was at that time. Okay, the war's over. A treaty is formed, and we occupied Japan.
Okay.
We had destroyed their industry. We had broken their heart, and life had to be turned around. So we, the good people of America, go over there and rebuild what we destroyed. And
That's what we do.
That's what we do. And we built an industry to bring back their ceramic and China business. And at that point, it was declared that we had to be stamped on the back of these products, Occupied Japan.
Okay. All right.
Everything that has that on it is dated. We know exactly when it was made, and it was made for us only. Occupied Japan did not go overseas. It did not go anywhere but
For
to
American
the United
import
States.
only.
It was United States import only. A lot of this trivia was done for very insignificant items, things of no real value. But today we're out there looking for it. Mm-hmm. Everybody's looking for it because it's dated.
And it's always marked, isn't it?
Yes, it's supposed to be always marked.
Are you looking at some of it there, Lucky?
Yeah, there's just
Occupied Japan. There's lots and lots of it.
Lots and lots.
But they made all kinds of, I mean, like this stuff here in front of us, beautiful.
Well, the first thing they did to get back on their feet was trinkets, little animals, little figurines, little vases. Mm-hmm. Most of it was little stuff that could be sold in our dime stores for a dime. Nickel dime stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They don't sell for that anymore.
Oh, come on. A good shopper can still spend a dime and get a piece of Occupied Japan.
Really?
I can.
Wow.
Okay. In front of you here is a dog and an elephant. Now, that dog is not marked, but that dog is of the same quality, the same design, and same coloring of that elephant, and it is marked. So, you decide. I decided it was a worthy thing, and I paid a dime for it.
Did you find it at a yard sale?
Yes.
I'll be
A
done.
dime.
Which
A
one did you
dime.
pay the dime for?
Listen, I'm both of them. Either
both
one
of
of them. A
I was
dime
going
a
to say the
piece.
elephant would be worth more since it represents Alabama.
Absolutely, I'm out there looking for elephants.
And that's probably one of the reasons you bought it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Lucky
Uh-huh.
Pearl Land.
There are a lot of companies.
Lucky, set
Yeah.
up. Set up.
That just killed me right
Let's
there.
hear some
I didn't.
Occupied Japan stories here. Let's hear some prices.
Yeah, tell us some prices.
Oh,
Beyond my dime.
Nothing to
Throw it
do
in.
with Alabama, please. Okay, here is Occupied Japan American Children's Series. Little Patriots, 2 boys marching. One has a little drum. $220 for that piece. That was sold.
I didn't buy it.
Miniature bone, china, and porcelain figurines. There's probably about 8 pieces.
Like this.
$220. Real small, like you were talking about. Real small pieces.
Very small.
Occupied Japan hand-painted figurine. Looks like it is a man dressed in some type of uniform. $200. Here's a lady in a dress. Very pretty, lots of colors. $200. That one sold for. Let's see. Shepherd's Love courtship figurine. A pair of those for $175. So, as Judy said, here's the American Children figurine. It is a photographer. It's got a camera out in front, okay? 4 inches tall, so it's fairly small. $123.49 it sold for. Had several bids on that. So some are selling in lots, and then some are selling just the single pieces. But the single pieces must be really nice.
Well, and that's a good example of a nickel dime something that, you know, that if had you made that investment, of course, it was like you said, just a trinket, wasn't it?
It was a trinket.
That's all it was.
Now, some of the things that you...
Judy, we're going to have to take a break.
Yeah, all right, we'll come right back.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
We would like to thank Dr. David Florence for supporting Let's Talk Antiques. See Dr. Florence at 804 Kalon Street in Manchester for all of your medical needs. Call 728-5522 for your appointment today. Most insurances accepted.
Skelton Lane Antiques in Manchester has over 5,000 square feet of antiques for treasure hunters to explore. They sell vintage clocks, gas pumps, signs, furniture, and glassware. They have over 3,000 vinyl records and a fully stocked 1950s-style general store. Owners Harold and Ruby Skelton have been collecting unique items for years, and you can start or complete your own collection today at Skelton Lane Antiques. Open Wednesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 100 Skelton Lane, just off 16th Model Road in Manchester, Tennessee. Come look around and plan to stay a while at Skelton Lane Antiques, where we sell antiques, but the history is free.
We are Goody Two Scoops.
I love Judy Two Scoops.
A family-friendly, yummy dessert specialty shop in Tullahoma, Tennessee. We excel in self-serve frozen treats and our own incredibly tasty chef-baked creations. For frozen treat lovers, we offer frozen yogurt, ice cream custard, as well as gelato and Italian ice. 85 flavors that rotate each day. 55 toppings including fresh sliced fruit. For our baked good lovers, Goody Two Scoops offers a variety of fresh pastries at a hometown price. Our 2 certified culinary chefs design and create incredible cakes. We showcase our cakes, froyo cakes, cupcakes, cookies, pies, and chocolate-covered strawberries, offered fresh daily.
Love fighting.
Goody Two Scoops.
Thanks for tuning in and listening to Let's Talk Antiques. If you like what you've been hearing, you're going to love what you're going to see on Charter 193. The time slots are Wednesday at 6, Friday at 9, and Sunday at 3.
All right, back on the program. Just a couple of minutes to wrap up here. Boy, we've learned a lot today.
Well, that's because we got a smart person that came to speak.
And it's not you.
I know it.
Definitely not me.
It's not me. I'm just pushing the buttons.
Hey, quit talking. You're taking up her time.
Go, Judy.
All right, back to occupied Japan and the fun thing about it. Yes, you can still find it at a yard sale for a dime and a quarter and so forth. You can also find it in thrift stores for like $1 or $2. Now, let me tell you something about this little man here. He has what some people call a chigger, a chip, a measle, whatever you want to call it. Okay, when you're shopping for the things that you like, consider the situation and the price.
Okay.
I thought he was beautiful. And boy figurines are kind of more valuable than girl figurines because they didn't make as many boys as they did pretty girls. But I like figurines. Okay, this is in my price range. It was $1.
A whole $1.
In my price range, and yes, I wanted to take him home. Now, I don't like yellow.
Yeah.
That's not my favorite color. But he's a good-looking man, so I brought the chipped figurine home for $1.
Don't.
You'd never notice the chip, though.
No, you wouldn't.
Thought you was going to say something about a good-looking man. I was going to get worried there.
Okay, this piece is a vase. Now, they made lots of vases. They made them
Dave, hold that one up. Hold a couple of those pieces
from 1
up.
inches, and the 1 inch vases are now in the 25 cent and up
Yeah.
and up.
Okay.
And they're pretty. They've got cute little things on them, flowers and so forth. This particular vase is of a set. There's more of this.
Show the yellow man to the
Yeah,
TV
show
side.
him that yellow man. And he's cute. The vases run anywhere from a quarter up to anything you want to pay. Occupied Japan came back in the later years. Now I'm talking about in the 50s. They started making back the Nortaki and the Gold Castle China sets.
Yeah. Very expensive pieces.
Very expensive pieces. Very well done. Beautiful. Nice chinas. They, in my family, my husband's mother and her sister bought Gold Castle Occupied Japan. There are 24 piece place settings, cups, saucers, demi-tasses, everything you can imagine in a china set in these two sets. I got Aunt Cecil's and my daughter got Granny's. Recently, I bought a set. Plates are now running $10 a piece.
There you go.
Minimum.
Well, we're going to have to wind it up, Miss Judy.
I know.
We appreciate you coming.
Shut up.
No, don't shut up. Just hold that thought for about a month, and we'll talk about something else.
We'll bring you back in.
All right.
Is that
Thanks.
okay?
We appreciate you coming.
Thank you.
That'll wrap it up
Now,
for today.
what you gotta do
10
is
o'clock
stay here.
next Wednesday.